Hi everyone, I've managed to get it working now, so I can do a bit of voiceover to the karting sessions. This was the 23rd of March 2023, of course, and it's part of the new grid series, well, championship if you wish, here at Sheffield. Now as you see, I'm getting into kart number 22, and my friend Kai, who is rapid in a kart, he's doing low 57s. My best times are low 58, and I'm pretty sure he topped every single session that he raced in today. He said that 22 was a piece of cardboard, to put it in nice ways, and throughout the session you'll see it barely had power, and once I was actually driving, I noticed the brakes themselves were very light, and there was a close margin between pressing them down fully. Right, so we're coming out of the pit lane now. I was hoping to be at the back because I wasn't very confident coming into this. I expected it to be full of people that were much faster than me, so I just wanted to gain a bit more experience, to be honest. So you can see I open up a gap here in front of me and then just keep the yellow flags. I'm really trying to warm up my tyres, and then it goes green here, and this is it, starting the qualifying off. Looking quite nice through here. Want to get a good exit on this turn here so I'm able to carry the speed through, but I do clip the barrier a little bit. So coming up over the start finish line now, and goes to yellow flags because we've got to do the flag checks to make sure that everyone knows what they're doing. Even though we're all members, we've always got to do flag checks. So I'm just waiting. Kai is directly behind me at this point. I don't want to hinder him too much, and a bit of a moment coming in onto this straight. As you can see, it's just turned red, and there's the little bit of a shunt. So I didn't put my hand up. I just forgot to put my hand up, and Kai went straight into the back of me because he didn't see the red flag. So now we're side by side, and we have a little bit of a hand signal communication thing, and I was going to let him through anyway, but he was just confirming that. So I'm still ahead. I've got to still be ahead because it's yellow flag, so I was still ahead. But as soon as it turns green, I'm going to let him go and then follow his lines because he was the fastest there. So I thought, if I follow his lines, I'll get a good time as well. And he does that little symbol on the back of his head, which means basically stick as close to me as possible and see what happens. But you can see instantly how quickly he pulls away, and that wasn't because of me. It was because of the power of the car. I got really unlucky and actually got the worst car in the fleet that evening, and as you can see here, he's just flying away, and it gets to the point where I'm not even like skidding on that corner, the full flat out corner as you come down the ramp. I'm not even skidding around there, and yeah, qualifying was just a bit of a very slow one for me. As you can see, the Kai is already out of vision completely. Just disappeared, but I'm taking pretty much the same lines as him, which is annoying for me because I know that if I had a better car, I could have finished so much further up the grid, because this qualifying puts us in our position for 3 heats, so there's 3 heats in a final, and this qualifying session is to determine where we start for those first 3 heats. So whatever position you start for the first heat, you'll start for the second heat, and so on. Exactly the same throughout. So you've got to get a good qualifying session in, otherwise you're buggered really. But as you can see here, I'm not nowhere near skidding on that corner. Whereas if you were in a semi-decent car, you would be battling for grip coming around those corners because of the speed. But in this car, I was barely reaching the outside of the track. I just had to coast it in the best I could, get a better exit because of the no power. That meant that in the corners I didn't have as much acceleration coming out, so I had to carry the momentum through by braking a bit earlier. I think coming down into this corner, this one overtakes, no, not this one, not quite, we'll get there. we'll get there. It's my first time voicing over a karting session. So yeah, so far my lines have been okay. They've been really okay so far. This is my first time back in a kart in about a month and a bit, so I wasn't really confident coming into it. So yeah, you'll see me being a bit cautious. And I didn't really talk much this session, to be honest, because it's a championship race. Like, I've got to focus, so I wasn't trying to be funny or anything, but you just hear a little bit of a grunt there from me because I'm realising how slow this kart is. And it was about this point where I was thinking, should I switch to another car and get another car and just risk it and see if it's better or not? But you'll see soon that I decided not to switch because I thought the risk that I take here is I might get an even worse car, and if I haven't put in a good lap now, then I'll be even further down the grid. Yeah, this corner again, look, I take my normal line. I'm not even reaching the outside of the track. Nowhere near the potential that the kart should be at, so definitely something wrong with the powertrain of this engine. Really trying to swing it in there, just to be able to carry the momentum through rather than, you know, getting the power down at the exit. There's the move. He was much quicker than me. I think he came third overall in the whole competition. And as you can see, he's just pulling away already. Like, I close up a little bit here, but look at the straight line speed this car has as soon as it starts. Like, that bit of acceleration there. I got a better line out of that corner, and as you can see here, up the ramp, he's gone. We had the same line coming out of that hairpin, and he is just disappearing. So that really puts into perspective how much power this car actually has compared to every other car. One thing I will say though is, I'm glad I got this car early. Well, I would have been glad not to get it at all, but that's just how it is sometimes. When you go rental karting, you've got to expect to have a slow kart sometimes, and it's just a shame that for me it was in qualifying, because that's debatably the most important session out of the 5 that there were today. And there's the yellow flag for the end of the session. You'll see a marshal come out in a minute with the checkered flag, and you'll hear me in a minute quite frustrated with myself because it wasn't the best session overall.
not good at all. That 8 minutes went so fast. Oh, that was shocking. Ah. I can work on that. Oh, balls. A 106. That is atrocious. That is atrocious. Oh my god. What the bloody hell am I doing? That's an abomination. Oh, I should have switched.